What is happening at the very center of a black hole? What if someone or something were to fall into its core? Welcome to our channel. And today, we are answering the extraordinary. What if you fell into a black hole? Do you have what it takes to survive this incredible event? Or would you be completely and utterly obliterated? Let's find out. Before we get into it, be sure to hit that like button for more videos. What if someone fell into a black hole? The first thing you need to understand about a black hole is just how massive they really are. The smallest possible black hole is around 3 kilograms in mass, but most are many times larger than our sun. The bigger the black hole, the larger its event horizon. This is the boundary surrounding the black hole where light cannot escape its gravitational pull. Crossing this boundary is a one-way trip. There is no turning back. If you cross the event horizon, you will inevitably be pulled towards the singularity at the center of the black hole. If you were somehow able to approach a black hole without being crushed by its immense gravity or torn apart by tidal forces, you would notice that nothing appears to be happening. You might even be able to see stars shining through the blackness. But don't be fooled. Once you cross the event horizon, you've entered a region of no return. You'll never be able to get out. So make sure you enjoy your brief stay. When you fall into a black hole, time stops at the event horizon. As you pass this point, time as you know it comes to an end. From the perspective of an outside observer, it would appear that you are frozen in time at the edge of the black hole. However, from your own perspective, time would continue to pass normally. It would seem like just another day. This is due to the intense gravitational forces near the black hole. These forces distort space-time, causing time to slow down. The closer you get to the center of the black hole, the slower time would appear to be. So if you fell into a black hole, you would experience time slowing down dramatically. You wouldn't realize it while you're falling. But when someone outside of the black hole looked in, they would see you frozen in time. As you get closer to the event horizon, the gravitational force increases dramatically. If you were close enough to a black hole, the gravitational force would be thousands, if not millions times greater than the Earth's gravity. This would cause your body to be crushed like a bug. If you fell into a black hole feet first, your lower body would be crushed, while your upper body would still be relatively safe. The same goes for if you were to fall in head first. The crushing force would begin at your feet and move up your body until your entire body was crushed. You would be utterly crushed into a pancake-like shape. Not only would you be crushed by the immense gravity, but you would also be stretched out like spaghetti. This process is known as spaghettification. It happens because the gravitational force is stronger on the side of your body that is closer to the black hole. This would cause your body to be stretched out along the axis of the black hole. So if you fell into a black hole, you would be both crushed and stretched out like spaghetti. Your body would be utterly destroyed. The temperature at the event horizon of a black hole is extremely hot. It can reach millions of degrees Celsius. This is because matter is being pulled into the black hole at such a fast speed that it heats up due to friction. So if you were to fall into a black hole, you would be met with temperatures hot enough to burn your entire body in a fraction of a second. You would be incinerated alive. The inside of a black hole is incredibly mysterious. We don't know what's inside a black hole because nothing can escape its gravitational pull, not even light. This means that we can't observe the inside of a black hole directly. All we can do is theorize based on what we know about physics and mathematics. Some scientists believe that the inside of a black hole is a wormhole, a tunnel-like structure that connects to another universe. Others believe that the inside of a black hole is a singularity, a point of infinite density and gravity. Whatever the case may be, we don't know exactly what would happen if you fell into a black hole. But we do know that you wouldn't survive the journey. When you fell into a black hole, your body would be ripped apart at the atomic level. The gravitational force is so strong that it would break the bonds that hold atoms together. Your body would be broken down into its basic components: protons, neutrons, and electrons. You wouldn't even be able to scream as your vocal cords would be ripped apart. Your entire body would be in a state of constant disintegration. It would be a horrible way to go. You may have heard that the inside of a black hole is a no-go region. This means that once you enter a black hole, there's no turning back. Can't escape its grasp. That's because the gravitational pull of a black hole is so strong that it is impossible to break free from it. The closer you get to the singularity, the stronger the gravitational pull becomes. Eventually it becomes impossible to move. You're stuck in a never-ending free fall. And as you approach the singularity, things get even more extreme. The gravitational pull becomes so strong that it starts to tear your body apart. This is known as spaghettification. The gravitational pull is so strong that it stretches your body out like a piece of spaghetti. You'd be utterly destroyed. But what if you were able to survive all of that? What would you see when you fell into a black hole? The first thing you would notice is that it's pitch black. No light can escape the gravitational pull of a black hole, so you wouldn't be able to see anything. You would be in total darkness. The only light you would see is the light from the stars that are being pulled into the black hole. This would create a faint glow all around you. But for the most part, you would be in darkness. You would also feel the intense heat of the event horizon. The temperature can reach millions of degrees Celsius. You would be met with a wall of fire as soon as you entered the black hole. You would be burned alive in a fraction of a second. Finally, you would hear the screams of those who have fallen before you. As you approached the singularity, you would hear the sounds of people being torn apart by the immense gravity. You would hear their screams echoing all around you. It would be a horrible way to go. So if you fell into a black hole, you wouldn't last long. You would be crushed, stretched, burned alive, and torn apart. You wouldn't even be able to scream. It would be a quick and painless death, though. You wouldn't be aware of what was happening to you. You would be completely oblivious. What if you survived all of that? What then? What would you see? You would see darkness, fire, and the screams of the damned. It would be a nightmare. Some people say that if you fell into a black hole, you would travel through time and end up in the past or the future. This is possible, but it's unlikely. It would only happen if the black hole had a very specific mass and energy signature. If this were to happen, you would be flung out of the black hole at a random point in time. You could end up in the past or the future. But again, this is highly unlikely. It's more likely that you would simply be destroyed when you fell into a black hole. Your body would be ripped apart by the immense gravity and burned alive at the event horizon. You wouldn't travel through time, you would end up as ashes. So don't worry too much about falling into a black hole. It's not likely to happen anytime soon. If it does happen, you won't be around to worry about it. Now watch. What if the Earth had a black hole at its core? Check out. What if aliens fell into a black hole?